Teachers, how do you get your students to confess to things they did behind your back? The trick is making them think the confession was their idea. I learned that during my 3rd year teaching 8th grade, back when I still believed raising my voice made me look in control. It does not. Middle schoolers can smell fake authority the way sharks smell blood. The incident happened during state testing week. Stressful for teachers, miserable for students. Everyone was tired, everyone wanted the week over. I came into my classroom one morning and immediately knew something was wrong. Not because the room was messy, the opposite. Everything looked perfect. Too perfect. Chairs pushed in neatly. Whiteboard spotless. Students sitting quietly before the bell even rang. 27 13-year-olds acting calm at 8 in the morning is more suspicious than chaos. I stood at the door for a second longer than usual. Nobody met my eyes. That was clue number 1. Then I noticed the smell. Not strong, faint, sweet, permanent marker. I walked to my desk slowly while the room stayed unnaturally silent. A few kids were staring down at their worksheets so hard they looked like they were praying. I sat down, opened my laptop, and found the problem instantly. Someone had drawn on the back wall. Not small doodles either. A massive caricature of me, almost 6 feet wide, hidden behind the movable projector screen. Huge nose, giant forehead, speech bubble that read, "Remember class, fun is illegal." Honestly, it was pretty good. I almost laughed. Instead, I closed my laptop and looked at the class. Now, here's the mistake most teachers make. They demand names immediately. Who did this? Tell me now. Nobody leaves until someone talks. That only creates a team mentality. Kids versus teacher. Once that happens, they will protect each other out of pure instinct. So I did something different. I smiled. Then I said very calmly, "I'm actually impressed." Every head snapped up. You could feel the confusion. I leaned back in my chair. The proportions are solid. Whoever did the shading clearly has talent. A couple students accidentally smiled before catching themselves. That was clue number 2. I let the silence stretch. Then I added, "But there's one problem." Now they were listening. I stood up and walked toward the back wall slowly. The person who drew this used the wrong marker. Tiny reactions everywhere. One student shifted in his seat. Another looked at the floor. I tapped the wall lightly. "This is industrial ink," I said, which means whoever used it probably has it on their hands, sleeves, backpack, or locker by now. That part was mostly a bluff. Permanent marker transfers easily. Middle schoolers panic easily. Together, it works wonders. I walked back to my desk and opened my grading folder like the conversation was finished. Then I said the sentence that always works. "I already know enough. I'm just waiting to see who's honest." That line does something magical to teenagers, because now they are not wondering if they will get caught. They are wondering who already betrayed them. The room became unbearably tense. 30 seconds later, one girl raised her hand slowly. "It wasn't supposed to be mean," she said quietly. There it was. The crack. I nodded gently. "I know." Another student immediately jumped in. It was mostly Tyler's idea. Tyler whipped around. "Bro, what?" Then everything collapsed at once. One student admitted they distracted the hallway monitor. Another confessed they brought the markers. Someone else revealed they tested the ink on the underside of a desk first. Within 2 minutes, I had the entire story. And the funniest part? I never actually asked for names. That is the secret. Confessions are not pulled out of students through fear. Fear makes them defensive. Silence makes them nervous. But calm certainty makes them unravel themselves. Kids expect anger. They prepare for it. What they do not know how to handle is an adult who already seems 10 steps ahead. After class, Tyler stayed behind to help clean the wall. While scrubbing marker off the paint, he finally asked, "Wait, did you actually know it was me?" I looked at him for a second. Then I said, "Tyler, you signed the drawing." He froze. Slowly, he turned toward the corner of the caricature. Tiny letters, TM. His face went completely pale. I laughed so hard I had to sit down. And that is when he confessed to one more thing. Apparently, the speech bubble had originally been way worse.